Cool. Hi guys, I'm George from DoraHacks and welcome to episode 7 of the BNB chain grant DAO demo session. I'll be your host and moderator for this demo session, and please feel free to reach out to me at any time via my Telegram at George Dora if you'd like to connect and chat more about building a project or partnerships with DoraHacks. For a bit of background on the BNB chain grant DAO program, this is the second round of BNB grant DAO that DoraHacks has supported BNB chain on. We originally received 200 plus submissions in round 1, and now we have accumulated more than 300 submissions participating in round 2, which is fantastic. There are 7 tracks for the BNB chain grant DAO, which are DAOs and communities, metaverse, gaming, music, NFTs, which all comes under one, frontier technology, DeFi, public goods, crypto, Twitter and social, and ZK projects. Today we've got 4 fantastic projects from the DAOs and communities track who are ready to present their project to us today. I'm George from Dora. Those include. Sorry guys, I'm just having some problems here. Those include Assetux, Nurvia, Whallex, and Headen Finance. So for the audience, please feel free to share any questions that you may have during the session in the YouTube or Binance live chat room. I'm happy to ask the team these questions as we go. So without further ado, let's welcome the Assetux team to present to us. Welcome, guys.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes, George. Thank you for hosting this opportunity, and happy to be a part of BNB Grand DAO competition. So Assetux is designed. We designed this name as Assetux, which is we are trying our goal is we are trying to make Web3 assets, which is tokens, and as we all know, on the EVM blockchain such as BNB or other. Most of the projects have their own token, and the token is usually used as utility, and it unlocks, for example, some unique experience in the game, or it can give, staking rewards or access to launchpad and etc. So we saw the opportunity that big volume is going to the DEX. But the thing is, on the DEXs, people who trade are only those people who already familiar with crypto, who has Trust Wallet or MetaMask and so on, who basically know what they're doing. But we were just thinking, what if other people that, for example, my girlfriend or my dad saw nice app on Instagram or whatever, and it's a game or it's any kind of Web3 project, and they want to use it, and they first thing they have to do is, of course, they need a wallet and so on. But let's say we skip that part and they already have a wallet, then to use the app they might need a token. So currently, to buy the token that is traded only on the DEX, you have only one way. So probably you can buy some BNB on Binance.com, or you can buy it on the other, top solutions. We will get back to them a little later. And then you need to withdraw that BNB to your MetaMask wallet or Trust Wallet or whatever it is. And then you need to go to the exchange, find the token that you want. Maybe you even need to find an exchange sometimes. And then you can make finally a swap. So what we offering in Assetux, we offer a one-stop shop where people can buy potentially in the nearest future any token that has at least some liquidity on centralized exchanges all across the EVM blockchains. So I will walk you through our website really quickly. So this is, the main form. You can choose what network you want to receive your tokens. At the moment, as you can see, we support Binance Smart Chain and Polygon. Then you put how much fiat you want to invest. You can choose a token. So we have some top coins here. We also put some GameFi, play to earn concepts, and so on. So let's say I want to buy cake, then I go Visa, then I just put my wallet address. I can put any address. I can put from the exchange, or I can put from the MetaMask, email, card details, and then you're done. So I will just also walk through the website so everyone can understand what is the information presented. So the market is basically something similar to Binance market page. So we just show the market we have. We show what tokens we have and what chain is the token deployed on, our current price with all the fees included, so user can see which is the what is the rate that he's actually buying crypto. Then you can switch here, Polygon. So Polygon we added recently, so don't have much tokens here yet, but Binance Smart Chain is pretty good one. So yeah, we have some news. So basically that's it. So what we also offer for projects, we offer kind of integration service where we use liquidity of the token. So let's say we have 3 amazing projects on this session tonight, and let's say one of them want their token to be available for fiat. So anyone can come here and put, let's say, I don't want Nurvia token, and it shows up and the user can buy it. So this we call integration, and how it actually works. So we use DEX liquidity pools. So let's say we have a pancake swap. On the pancake swap, you deposited, let's say, 100 million of your tokens, and you deposited 100,000 USDT. So now you have a liquidity pool token, let's say Nurvia versus USDT. So what we do is we integrate our backend directly with liquidity pools, smart contracts, and we execute all the deals on chain. That means, for example, when 100 USD come into our account from fiat, we tell our smart contracts that this is the time to exchange some money from stablecoin into XYZ token that is traded on ABC, the centralized exchange. So we can integrate any exchange. And yeah, so this is how it works. So token, we trade it through DEX. So that means that all the transactions that can happen potentially when people buying fiat, they can actually be on the chain. So what I mean by this is, for example, if we look on the big companies who do fiat on ramp, I don't know, let's say Sandwire, what they do is they have all the crypto going through the centralized exchanges like Binance, like Kraken, and I guess some others. The volume that can actually go through on-chain transactions, and that can actually go through the volume, through the liquidity pools of the DEXs, is never reaching this. And that means that liquidity providers, for example, me, myself, I was very active liquidity provider on PancakeSwap in early, I guess, 2020. Basically, when you provide a liquidity, you earn fees. So more projects using fiat on-ramp solution like Assetux that use DEX liquidity, then more transactions are coming on the on-chain, more volume is happening on the DEXs. more unique wallet addresses created. So this is good for a network itself. And also liquidity providers get some extra commissions. So this small diagram basically shows how it works. I also want to walk you through the EVM. So as I said, we are currently live on Binance and Polygon, and we are not fiat on ramp ourselves, so we don't have a license. We are not a PSP, we are not a payment gateway or anything like this. We are an aggregator. So what we do is we already have partners all across the DeFi space. We are friends with Cyber Network, with 1inch, with Avalanche, and couple more big names. So what we do is we aggregate on one side fiat options, so we can provide wider access. If we can put, let's say, one gateway per continent. Let's say we have one for USA and we have another gateway for Australia. So we can process both regions. And on the other side, on the blockchain side, we connect it to all the EVMs. So as I said, right now it's Binance Smart Chain and Polygon. But our architecture is made in the way that we can scale +1 EVM blockchain maybe per 1 or per 2 weeks. And on every blockchain, the scheme is the same. We're still using DEX. We still use liquidity pools for transactions. So yeah, Assetux opens it makes it easier to enter any EVM ecosystem or Web3 projects. So let me just quickly show you the video I made, how I'm purchasing some KNC tokens. KNC is a cyber network token. So you just put your details, put credit card. This is, we also support Russia. This is interface for the Russian gateway. But we are now actually live worldwide. We don't support yet USA. We support Europe, CIS countries, Middle East, Asia. And I think by the end of the month, we will finalize the integration of our new fiat gateway partner, which is Vert. And we will have access wider in Europe, and we will also have access in most of the states in the United States. So yeah, market updated. We see now the volume. We also send email. First email comes with the link. If, for example, user closed the initial page, he can always get back to the link and pay the order. Then when the order is paid, we also send in a confirmation that order is being paid. And as you can see here, I'm showing that this transaction just happened 2 minutes ago, and we are executed it through Cyber Network liquidity pool. So I sell 64 USDC for 120 KNC, and that goes through the contract. And this contract, as we can see, is KNC router 0.2. So any gateway or any DEX can be integrated, and we believe that in the nearest future, more tokens can, benefit from the community that is not super experienced in crypto and already know how to buy all this stuff, even through the DEX. So we believe we will bring more people who can easily buy with Apple Pay some token of Metaverse project that just came out from the launchpad, and they can, enjoy some benefits that token holding gives to the user. Yeah, the last thing I would show is only this. This is custom page that every partner, if someone wants to have their own page for the token, we can generate page like this. Our system can generate it. You just need to put a logo, name, and background, and you can put that page. It will be branded with your project style. Here will be written your token name, for example, ABC, and it's live like this. And this link projects can put on their website, and near button swap, which leads to decentralized exchange, and then you can put button buy, which leads to instant purchase of the token of the project. So I think that's all from my side. I'm happy to answer the questions or hear any comments.
Perfect. Thanks, Bogdan. Thanks for the presentation and for presenting your project to us. I had a couple of questions for you. So, you spoke about how obviously there's a certain number of projects or tokens that you can buy through the platform. So how do you plan to integrate with more chains and get more tokens available for purchase?
Can I clarify how do we going to integrate? You mean technically or sorry?
No. Yeah, so it's kind of like two questions. So I think the first question is basically how do you plan to get more tokens available for purchase onto the platform?
Okay, so our business strategy is actually we started in November, so I think have pretty good results so far. We already partner up with Arbitrum and Avalanche, and I'm speaking with Gate Chain, and we also will reach out soon, I guess, to Phantom, because we also passed for Gitcoin and Phantom grant. So I think we will see Assetux really soon on most of the EVMs available. So with EVM comes DEXs, because we cannot launch EVM if we don't have a DEX partner. So let's say on Avalanche, we already partnered with Trader Joe. Okay, so now we can release Trader Joe, we can release purchases of the tokens on Avalanche and liquidity goes through Trader Joe. But which coins can be purchased? So basically those coins that are on the Trader Joe. Of course, we prefer, first of all, especially while we are still small projects, we are still small project. We prefer to make that through the partnership. So, for example, token that was listed with us makes at least some co-marketing with us, retweets, and so on. So people know more that they can buy tokens with a fiat. And at the later stages, integration of the EVM takes us really low time, and we actually want to make it fully public later, so everyone can come to the website, stake the token, make a proposal, and if the proposal is approved by the community, Assetux community, this is our plans for future with tokenomics. So if there is enough votes, then the token gets automatically listed to the platform and community can buy it.
Yeah, no, sure, makes sense. And the second question I had for you was, why do you think a user would come to your platform over using another platform like Binance, like for example an exchange like Binance or Gate, as you mentioned, or any of the large exchanges more so? Like, why would someone come to and use your product?
Because on the Binance you can trade blue chips. So the simple answer is if you want to, let's say I have a token now. We have a token in Assetux, and this token you can go and stake and receive, because we're planning to do something like this, receive 0.5% of all the fees that we charge when someone is buying fiat with crypto with us, right? Mm-hmm. But how are you gonna buy this token? If we are not listed on the Binance, then most probably your user flow will look something like you go to the Binance, you top up your Binance with credit card. Nothing bad with this. This is still pretty cool, but the idea is to give direct access. So Binance is blue chips, why there is no exchange for not the blue chips. And we are now 4 great projects. We all have community of our projects. We all founders, we all have ideas, we all push our things to the world. And these people that follow, for example, projects that are with us tonight, they might want to buy the token, but they couldn't buy it because it was too difficult to go to the DEX. First you buy on the Binance, then you have to withdraw BNB to your MetaMask, then you have to go to the DEX, and then you can trade to the token. So Assetux does all that, but on the background for you. You just buy it with a credit card. That's it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That makes sense. Makes sense. Perfect. Well, thanks again for your time. And if any other questions come up, I'll ask them as we go.
Sure, sounds good. It was a pleasure to share what we are doing, and happy to hear other participants. Good luck, guys.
Thanks, mate. Thank you. Now we'll hear from the Nurvia team. Hello, Fabrice.
Hi, George. How are you doing?
Good, thanks. How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Perfect. I'm well.
Okay, let's go. Okay. Just let me know when we can start.
Perfect. Go.
Okay, that's fine. So I am Fabrice. I am the founder of Nurvia. Nurvia is a company that aims to push and bring the fight to the masses in the emerging market. So one of the first product we are building is called Nurvia. Nurvia is very simple. It's a trust chain, decentralized exchange that aim to enable lending fintech to have access to loans without collateral. Today, there has been an impressive growth in terms of crypto adoption in the emerging market that has surged 1,200%, reaching 2.1 trillion US dollar. And the main drivers of this adoption are storing value, surging remittances, and seeking alpha. So we have more and more people who are looking to have passive income and who are looking for yields and across DeFi protocols. But what we think is the fact that the DeFi protocols that are available for you today are not providing sustainable and stable yield for level entry traders. So what we have thought, and then the problem that we think we can solve is the fact that we have today more than 131 million formal MSMEs in developed countries that have ultimate financing need. That represents a 5.2 trillion financing gap for them, according to the IFC. The belief that we have is the fact that more and more DeFi is going to change the way we sense. Fintech and DeFi is the fastest way to efficiently connect billions to financial services, and it provides also a unique opportunity to democratize and lower the cost of financing. That is why we are bringing crypto loans back by real world asset on the BNB chain ecosystem. Those are the beliefs that led us to the business model we are working today, to provide a cross-chain centralized lending protocol that enables fintech to access loan without collateral so that they can finance their need in terms of exponential growth. So Nurvia is very simple. It's a decentralized lending protocol. You have access to pools where you are a lender or you are a borrower. Fintechs on the protocol are borrowers. They come to the protocol to access loan in stablecoin. Here is BUSD. And then the lenders are providing the liquidity to the protocols in two pools. You have the senior pools where is automatically disburse and diversify across all the loans on the platform, or they can decide to provide directly to the lenders on the borrower pools. The advantage that we are providing for investors is the fact that they have access to stable yield, targeting 6 to 15%. And with the incentive we are providing with the NEP token, they can reach more than 20% yield. And it's scalable because we have access to the debt market that represents a 20 trillion market and is sustainable. And a huge advantage for investors is the fact that they can exit their position before the loan expiry date. That is bringing what we call liquidity for lenders and investors in such a way that if I'm providing my capital for a specific loan that may reach a term on 12 months, let's say after 6 months, I want my cash back. With Nurvia, I can exit my position and then sell my position to another investors or another lender. So the fintech are not the end borrowers. We can say they are the intermediate borrowers. The real beneficiaries of the loans on Nurvia are of three categories. You have, for example, Chapeau, who is studying at the university in Mumbai. She needs to cover expenses before she receives her next transfer. And then she relies on scholarship and family wires and lacks a steady income. For her, the type of loan product that is fit is unsecured loan and buy now, pay later. And then you have maybe Albert, who is in France and is working on the food delivery, and he needs a finance solution to buy his motorcycle for delivery food. It's a guy involved in the gig economy. He still have a steady income, but he's not having enough money. For him, the type of product that we are looking for is equipment financing and cash advances. And then you have Abina, which is selling groceries in Ghana. She needs cash to order next order with Unilever. She has a long story of purchasing stock with Unilever, but she doesn't have collateral to access to loans. What she can have in terms of loan product is invoice financing and supply chain financing. So we are working with fintech, providing this type of loan product to make sure that we are reaching the real end borrowers here. So your stablecoin you are providing us liquidity to the protocols and the pools are going to target and impact this type of end borrowers. So what we are doing is to make sure that before you onboard a borrower, we must go through a thorough underwriting process. And then we provide now the structural protection to make sure that we are protecting the interests of the lenders and investors, and then bringing them on-chain transparency step. So we are first starting to evaluate the company strategy. We are doing due diligence on the borrower's position, the management team, the analytics of the financial performance so far. And then we make sure that in terms of protection, in terms of bankruptcy, we are making sure also that we have a sort of diversification in terms of the investment and robust collateral coverage related to covenant. And then we are making sure that once we are working with them, they are using analytics. Most of the fintech we are looking to work with must use data analytics to provide the right loan to the end consumers. So the typical loan on Nurvia look like this. You are a financial technology company that use data-driven approaches and your underwriting process to write loans to your customers or small businesses. And the fund are used mostly for customers, not for general corporate purposes, but also for SMEs. The size of the ticket is between 0.5 to 20 million US dollar. The tenure is 1 to 3 years, and the target interest rate is 10 to 20%. In terms of collateral, with Nurvia, we have two types of loans. You have loans with collateral and loans without collateral. The loan without collateral is the capital provided to the senior pool. The money here is used to generate yield with debt neutral strategies, and the yield that is generated is what is given in terms of loans to fintech. And for those who are providing collaterals, is the receivable that the fintech are provided and we are taking as collateral. So the market we are targeting in terms of initial market in Africa represents 1.96 billion revenue per year. And then once we add Latin America and Middle East. It represented 2.4 billion revenue per year, with represented 1.2 trillion crypto transactions with 95 million users. And then the global market, total addressable market, is 18 billion revenue per year with more than 255 million users, representing 2.1 trillion crypto transaction, and the alternative lending market of 3.25 billion US dollar. So far we have some good traction. We already signed partnership with Finance Fintech, and then we have more that in line that we're quite interested to become borrowers on our protocols. We are receiving a grant from Axela for cross-chain capabilities for the protocol of $20,000 US, and we took part to the first sister Cardano or Catalyst challenge also. So how do we make money with Nurvia? Very simple. Let's say you have a loan average value of $1 million US. We are charging 10% commission on each trade paid by the borrowers to the lenders. And then as a lender, when you are providing capital on the protocol, once you want to withdraw your capital, we are also applying a 0.5% on your capital when you want to withdraw. That's how we are making money. But we are also adding underwriting fees. That is representing 0.75% that we are charging on the interest that the lender is paying to the capital borrowers. So what are we looking for actually? Actually, we are working on building a test net. We are going to release it on February. The front end is quite advancing, but we are focused now on the back end, writing the smart contracts. We are going to onboard one new developer this month, that developer to speed the development process. The goal is to launch the mainnet in March. And then with the 5 lending fintech we have already on board, we are targeting a total value lock of $5 million US and total active loan of $5 million US. So now I'm going to share with you the presentation of the demo, what we are working on. It will be similar to what we are going to see during the test net, even though we can really be improving probably the UI and the UX. Okay. Here you are going to see that we have two pools. We have the senior pool where you are submitting that it's disbursed automatically to the borrower pools, and then you have the borrower pools where you can submit directly capital to the lenders. And then are we providing it? Yes, say for example you have a PZHR which is based in Kenya. There's a fintech providing a loan to SMEs. When you click here to see the picture, the total amount that they have raised and is BUSD. And then you can have access to the public key, to deal address also, interest. And then the fact that we are able to provide a loan in tranche is quite important to make sure that according to the risk of the level of investors, they are try to find a match in terms of the risk. You have a senior tranche, you have the mezzanine tranche, and then the junior tranche. And then once you are a user, let's say you have already provided capital onto the several lending pools, on the dashboard you will be able to have access to your history account portfolio and see what you have already done in terms of holding the recent activities. And then on the deals, the lender insert is the borrower is coming to present his deal, is configuring his deal. It's something that is quite important for borrowers so that they can themselves prepare what they are proposing in terms of lending opportunity. They can set the amount they want, the type of repayment also, and then the different tranches they are proposing to the investors. And then this is the trading part where as a lender, you can sell your position to other lenders who may want to access your actual position. So basically, that is what we are actually building so far. As I mentioned, by February we are going to close with the testnet, and March we are releasing now the mainnet with the borrowers we have already on the pool. So I am done now for the moment. If you have some question, I'm willing to answer to them.
Sure. Thank you, Fabrice, for your presentation and for presenting Nurvia to us. A question that I had for you was, I mean, when building or coming up with the decision and going through the process of building a lending protocol like Nurvia, what have you found as the biggest challenges along the way?
The biggest challenges is about convincing borrowers that they can have access to crypto loans without collateral. Most of these fintechs have never been exposed to crypto, so you must do some education about what is a stable coin, because the loan they are receiving is a stable coin, BUSD, and then they must now convert the BUSD into the fiat and then use it into a local market. And when they are giving back the money in fiat, they must now convert fiat into stable coin. It's this difficult process for them to explain them what is it to have access to DeFi loans without a collateral. So basically, that is the most difficult part regarding that aspect. Another difficult part is about regarding the investor side capabilities, because some investors may have BUSD on Ethereum or BUSD on Binance or maybe Avalanche on the rest. So you must provide them the capacity to make sure that no matter where they have the BUSD, the stable coin, they must provide capital to the protocol on the chain that the borrower are going to receive it. So trusting capabilities and education for borrowers are the two main difficulties we are going to face and we are facing ourselves.
Cool. And then as a borrower, what are the biggest risks as a borrower?
As a borrower, what is your biggest risk? You have several risks: FX exposure risk. You have risks related to the protocols. Also, let's say, for example, and then my money is still on the protocol, and then we have been hacked. That's another risk that you may have. Regulation in your country. Let's say I am in a country where it is forbidden to do crypto transaction. That is another risk, because let's say, for example, I'm receiving 1 million or 2 million US dollar from Nurvia in the stable coin, and then when I want to convert from crypto to fiat, I'm having some issue related to crypto regulation. That is another risk for borrowers. I think those are the main risks that the borrowers are going to face.
You're fantastic. Cool. Well, thank you. Thanks, Fabrice, for presenting Nurvia to us. And now we'll move on to the next project. Cool. So welcome to the Whallex team.
Hello.
How are you?
Yes. Nice to meet you guys. Let me share the screen. Okay. So welcome to Whallex. We are the cryptocurrency derivative hybrid exchange. So I will make clear about why we call derivative exchange hybrid later. So first of all, here is our table of contents. We will introduce about why we choose derivative as our main feature, and then the currently exchange problems, and then about our product demonstration and the roadmap. Okay, here we go. Okay, as our researching about the derivative trading on exchange, here we got the report about the derivative volume and the number of the user growth from 2020 until now. For the first chart, you can easily to see from the January of 2021 until the October of 2022, the volume is increased by 300% only in only 2 years, and the number is not going down even the bear market is happened already. And the second one is about the user from December of 2020 until the December of 2022 is increased. It is increased from 4,000 users to 600,000 users. So it means 150 times to compare to 2020 until now. And then we are looking on some of the decentralized exchange popular nowadays, such as the YDX, Perpetual Protocol, and JMix. The number is incredible. Even the YDX and Perpetual Protocol found on 2017 and 2018, which is a previous bear market. That's why we make a decision to choose derivative as our main feature for Whallex. And then looking on the problem on the exchange system nowadays, the first one is about centralized, the KYC, and the transparency in the financial market, which is raised by CZ 3 to 4 months ago. And finally, is the centralized is about a slow operation. I will make it quick about these 3 points. So for the KYC, everything is so complicated. Like the user, they need to key in every single information, and after that, they need to take their old picture and give it to the exchange system and wait for the approval process. It's too complicated for this, and then this one is not keep the spirit of the crypto community. Like everybody, they want to hide the information, and the last one is about the data breach. The data leak can be happen by the system or maybe by the user mistaken. So I will go to the transparency in financial market. This one is quite popular and happened to FTX before. So basically, we need to show the evidence to the user that the exchange system have enough money to give back to the user in case they want to do the withdrawal. And last but not least is about a slow operation. For all of the centralized system nowadays, exchange system nowadays, they got a problem with the slow operation because of the on-chain transaction. So that's why they introduced something called sleep pay rate. So normally the sleep pay rate in the decentralized system is really high, around 0.5 to 1.5% per orders. So looking on all of this problem, we are do the research and we coming out with our solution in Whallex. So right here we got I will talk about the derivative exchange, social trading, option trading, and trusted platform. So first about our main features. Of course, we will introduce the low cost to the user, and the second one is about the fast operation. We make sure that every single request from the user that hit into our system only took 250 milliseconds per action. And the second thing is about the social trading. So inside the social trading, we coming out with some of the feature that we can gain more new user and we can get more experienced user inside there. The first one is about a tournament. Inside the tournament, the user they only need to take $2 to $10 and start trading for and start trading for several times, and then they can get the reward later. So you can spend less money but gain more money on the reward. This one is really good for the new user if they don't have any experience and they just spend $2 and then they can start trading on there, and then no fee at all, because whenever they put $2, we will forecast for them around 10K to 50K dollars for trading. After that is about the copy trade. So the copy trading is kind of like some of the experienced user, they want to get more benefit on this. They start to register as traders. So on their record will be recorded by the Whallex system, and then we will show the top traders right here. And then the normal user, they just simply follow the top trader and copy every single orders from the top traders. So the top traders, they can get more commission on this. And about the co-invest, this one is quite similar to the copy trading, but a bit different. Like the trader, they can register as a representative, and they open the pool for the group of users. Let's say they can go to Whallex and they can create a pool, and Whallex will help them to get more user and put the money into the pool. Or maybe that kind of user, they got the community, and then they ask the user in the community and start to spend money into this pool, and in the end of the day, they will get the commission from the P&L. This one will push the trader to take more responsibility when they make any order than the copy trade. Okay, so it's all about the social trading in our system. The third one is option trading. This one is kind of new feature in Whallex that we are implementing. The user normally they can see a lot of range right here. So got the timeline right here. And if they buy this package, right, let's say the price is increased from 15K to 17K, so they can claim anytime in this range. And this one we will call the call option, and this one is the put option. Okay, so talk about the exchange. We always talk about the security thing, a trusted platform. That's why in Whallex we also introduce some of the trusted platform, like we also implement the proof of reserve already, and then beside it, because in our system we only allow the user to register and log in by the crypto wallet. I will show you guys later, but we also collab with Chainalysis to do the KYC. I will talk about this clearly after this. So here is the comparison about Whallex with another competitor like the YDX Perpetual Protocol and Binance, and why we compare together with the centralized and decentralized, because we don't want to make it like separately like centralized and decentralized, because in Whallex we allow the user to register and log in by the crypto wallet, but whenever they want to trade, they have to put the money in our system and start trading inside there with the off-chain transaction. Okay, so here is the reason why we choose the Whallex. No KYC required, and then fast, of course. Friendly UI UX, because we not only looking on the current crypto system, we also looking on the traditional market, which is a stock, and then coming out with our UI UX and low trading fees. Also introduced a proof of reserve last 2 months, and the option trading and the social trading, another kind of trading option for the user in case they're feeling boring already. So here I will show the demonstration. Give me a second. Okay, so here is our Whallex landing page. Right, I just need to double check it to make sure that it is already shown. Okay. So Whallex is still in the testnet version. I will show you guys a roadmap later on when we go to the mainnet. Basically, here is all the information that we have here. Let me check and log in into the MetaMask or not. Okay. So you just need to connect the wallet, sign, and that's it. It's easy, right? And inside here, the user they still need to put the money. Hold on. So this one will take a while. Right here, I will introduce you about the layout about this. This one is the wallet balance. This one is the system wallet inside Whallex, and you can easily see the history, proof of reserve, position, open orders, the orders that currently that you are making, and you also can withdraw. All right, the money is in ready. So here is all the information about the deposit and withdrawal. Okay, so this one is successful ready. So let's start trade. So basically, he is on the layout for the trading page. You can choose a trading pair. Here is of some of the information, the market price, cost, and the time resolution, the order books, and you can choose the leverage right here. You can make the limit and market orders, and here is your available access. Okay, can take a TPSL orders, reduce only. Right, let me take, let's say it's USDT is much better. So for those people who already trade, this screen is quite similar, right? And then I can make a position ready. The size, the entry price, the mark price, the liquid price, and you also can edit the machine. And you can also share to your community, like your friend, like, hey, I just make this order, and here is my ROE. And you can also set the TPSL. Let's say I will close, and here is all the orders history that you have and the trade history. Okay, back to the portfolio. After you make, you can withdraw. All right, and just wait for that, for the approval process. Besides it, we also coming out with the proof of access. We will do the snapshot every single 2 weeks. But unfortunately, currently we are planning to migrate to the public testnet. That's why this one is not. This one we haven't taken any snapshot yet. I can show you guys later if you're interested on this. Besides it, we also are 90% finished the implemented tournament. This one is just a screen. We will do integration later, and we will let you guys know whenever we release this feature. So in this screen, you can browse the current tournament, get a price, get a reward price, and what is the ticket fee that you need to pay, and then you can register. And then inside here you can see the ranking, the leaderboard. So who does in the top one can get this prize, or maybe this prize, or maybe for the people below here, they can get the coupon. That is all about Whallex. So let's back to the slide. All right. So he is our attraction. We already got raised by 200K from the private investor, and about our traders community is more than 5,000. I will show the evidence about for this number later for you guys. We also have the option for raise fund for 250K for 10% equity and open 10% for the next round with the same price. All right, here is our roadmap. In 2022 Q4, we already finished the internal testnet. Nowadays, in early or mid of February, we will release the public testnet for our community and some of the users that get inside the whitelist. And also we can also coming out with the proof of reserve. Why we release on February? Because our own team is located in Vietnam, and then in Vietnam we got a Tet holiday. That's why we have to delay the release until February. And then on Q2 actually is mid or late of April, we will release the mainnet for web. And this one for mobile, maybe can release at the same time for the mainnet. But to make sure we put the testnet right here. Also, besides it, we also coming out with some of the feature like the multi-chain, the copy trading later on. And on Q4 is payment gateway and implement the zero knowledge for the proof of reserve. Yeah, and then another day after that is about the core invest and option trading will be released. We don't have any tokenomic nowadays because we want to focus our main feature on this. So glad to introduce you guys. I am a CTO of Whallex, and he is Headen, is our CEO. He cannot join by today, unfortunately. Let me go back for a bit to talk about why is the difference between the Whallex and another exchange platform. It's a bit laggy. Okay. So right here is the way that we introduce the proof of reserve and represent by the Merkle tree. And how can we generate? We also put the sequence diagram, the flow chart, everything right here. So you can take a look on my DocSend and then give me any question if you want. Okay, so here is about the thing called Know Your Transaction from Whallex. When we start to integrate with Chainalysis, so every single client wallet, if they connect to Whallex, we will do the address screening, and whenever they deposit, after the deposit and before the withdrawal, we will do the KYT. But this one is not applied for every single client wallet. Only apply whenever they deposit more than 10K. Why I said more than 10K? Because Genesis is a data platform. They can record every single crypto wallet and notice them as do that wallet address is violate to any illegal action or maybe the blacklist community or not. So right here, the arrest screening, they will take all the history data from the past until the time that we do the address screening. But for the KYT, we will create the observation to the client wallet. Let's say if they deposit in May, and then everything is good, okay. But in June they do something like money laundering or something, and on August they start to withdraw the money from Whallex. So our customer service will contact to that wallet address and do some of the investigation. After that, if everything is clear, so we will allow them to withdraw the money. Okay. So that's it. It's all about Whallex. Feel free if you have any question.
Perfect. Thanks for your time. Thank you for sharing Whallex with us. And we had a question from the Binance Live chat room, and it was, what differentiates DiDEX and Whallex?
First of all, is about the KYC thing. We don't have a KYC. We allow the user to register and log in by do the authentication by the wallet, and then after that we do every single transaction on the off-chain thing. We also have the plan to do the on-chain. We will try to integrate with another layer, layer chain, like layer 2, layer 3. But we test this already, but the performance is not that good, because like I said in the slide, we only make sure that we only allow the user take the request into our system, and only took 250 milliseconds per action.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah, and also we try to integrate with another trust system, such as Chainalysis, and another system that we are investigating on that, and create a group of trust, and then at that time, we can let's say we can call like Whallex is very just exchange platform nowadays. Yes.
Yeah, got it. Cool. And in terms of attracting users to the Whallex platform, how do you plan to attract a significant amount of users to make it sustainable?
This one we already finished sign the contract with Chainalysis, and we will apply before the time we go to mainnet. Actually, we already finished the integration, but we will put into the one list on early of March, the month before we release the mainnet.
Got it. Fantastic. All right, well, thanks again. Thanks for your time. And we'll now move on to the final project for today, which is Headen Finance. Welcome, John.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good day everyone, and thank you for this opportunity to present Headen Finance to the Grant DAO team. I will now be sharing my screen. So when we talk about Headen Finance, we are basically talking about cross-chain lending. We at Headen Finance are trying to build a lending platform that allows users to deposit or have collaterals at different chains, and borrow at a completely different chain from where they deposited, earn from their deposits, and allow also use their deposit as collaterals. So just a basic overview of what we are trying to do at Headen Finance is we are trying to go forward or push the boundaries of lending to make users not only go through the traditional way of lending by providing collaterals, and then after doing that, you can get some tokens, a percentage of the tokens out from that particular platform. You can also deposit NFTs that go beyond a particular value and are verified by Headen Finance. Not only that, liquidity tokens are also available as collaterals for deposits. And we also have what we call credit-based lending, or credit score lending, where a verified user beyond this particular credit score can lend beyond the average 70% of collateralized lending that is available in many other platforms today. So going over the objectives, what do we intend to solve, or what are the things we are planning to solve at Headen Finance when it comes to lending on blockchain? Basically, we talk about credit-based lending, where we talked about you can borrow. Generally, you can always borrow up to 70% of your total staked asset value. But we are going beyond that to make sure that you can borrow 70% of your total staked asset value across chains. Currently, we are focused on the Polygon chain, the Binance Smart chain, and the Ethereum chain, where you as a user can deposit your token on Ethereum chain, and you need to borrow some assets on Binance Smart Chain, and you can do that without need of withdrawing pre-chain and a bunch of other stuff in between. Also, beyond that, we also talk about we also talked about the cross-chain lending that I've been trying to bring in, because one major thing we have in the lending industry today is single chain loans, where you deposit on a particular chain or you deposit on a particular platform, which is kind of like focused on a particular chain, and you get the stake assets only particular to that chain. But we are going beyond that to make sure that users have access to deposit across chains, and then you get asset value, or you get your total value calculated across all the chains you have deposited. And this gives you access to borrow tokens more. Like, for example, if you have like 2 ETH on the Ethereum chain, and then you have like 100 BNB on the Binance Smart chain, and you possess a some matic on the Polygon chain, let's just say 1,000 matic on the Polygon chain, you do not need, and you probably need to like go into an investment, like for example on the Polygon chain, you need to like go into an investment that require most platforms supporting the Binance Smart chain or the Ethereum chain. Withdraw most of your stake assets, some of your stake assets from a particular platform, bridge it to Polygon chain before you have access to go into that investment. Now, this is a good way to go, but we are not considering some things like time factor. For example, you kind of like what it's you're trying to go into an investment that has to deal with time. A lot of people are trying to ape into an investment, and you are lent from others. And this also allows for not just time factor, but for flexibility and convenience. Imagine you don't have, you're not having to worry about what chain you staked on or what chain you are borrowing from. Only people that probably have to deal with the pools itself, and the maximizing the profits of the pools that go deeper to find out, okay, this is the chain I'm staking my pool in. I'm probably staking on the USDC pool on the Binance Smart chain, because more people are borrowing from this particular pool, which gives me more income, or I'm probably staking on the Ethereum chain, it gives me more. Aside from the cross-chain lending, we intend to maximize users' borrowing potentials. Like most of what we have right now is we have a what we call a hard cap, like a hard limit to what you can borrow. Going to platforms like Aave, Compounds, and also like Chat Protocol and the others on different chains, you find kind of like see a similarity where you have like a hard limit on what you can borrow. How about we kind of like go a bit further to trust some users that have been verified and have what we generalize 70 to 80% hard limits to 90, 95% limits. This gives them easier or higher borrowing potentials. This will be available for users with a higher credit score, which will be ranking in percentage. So users beyond 80% credit score would have access to more borrowing potential. So, for example, if you have total value of 4,000 USD across chains, instead of getting the normal 70%, 80% of a hard limit of 3,200, you could getting up to 3,800 borrowing potentials from Headen Finance, provided you have a credit score greater than 80%. Another major thing, thing we intend to bring into Headen Finance is NFT collateralization. And we've kind of like followed through and looked through projects that have come before us that have kind of like tried to tackle this problem, looked at how they tackled it, and look at how we can use it to our advantage also. We are going to be dealing with verified NFT collections. When I mean by verified NFT collections, like NFT collections have also of for a large period of time, and with a very strong community, can be approved for collateralization. This gives you the possibility of staking your NFTs or your NFT assets from a very strong community and that have been long in the game to get the same value or a similar value of borrowing potentials from the staked NFT or from the collateralized NFT. Aside from the NFT collateralization, we also intend to follow the semi-fixed interest rate variation. So this means that we are going to like try to bring in stability at the same time flexibility when it comes to rates of borrowing and lending, because we kind of like want to give this stability that comes from fixed interest rates. At the same time, we want to make it very flexible so that so as to encourage lenders to encourage borrowers to ape into the platform that is Headen Finance. This will help borrowers to kind of like benefit from a semi-fixed interest rate by helping them to they're helping their investments to rise, but also protect them from sudden interest rise or falling. So this also brings the stability that's why we call it a semi-fixed interest rate variation. We're going to try to be as make it work for Headen Finance. Also, one thing that was not included here is we are going to be like focusing on not just one platform. Like we're going to be focusing Headen Finance as a mobile first platform where you can have access to all your funds on your phone across all platforms. Yes, this will kind of like gives you access to or ease of access to like your funds, because we're going to focus on making the mobile platform as the first set of platforms that we introduce for Headen Finance. So I'm just going to go to the technical and more. So on the technical aspects, you must have been thinking at the back of your mind that how does Headen Finance work underneath, or what works under the hood of Headen Finance. So Headen Finance is kind of like built under this structure where we have a parent smart contract and children smart contract or child smart contracts. the parent smart contract or the parent chain. The parent chain will hold the parent smart contract. That is where all the synchronization will be done. And then we have the child smart contracts across various chains. So this will allow one chain to hold all the synchronization and every other chain to have child contract and child smart contract. So what's like the benefits of the parent versus child smart contract? Like I said, synchronization. The parent smart contracts hold the data of all child smart contracts. So what the child smart contracts hold basically for the user is how much does the user have across all this chain, and how much does the user have on this particular chain. The parent smart contracts is different. It's kind of like knows how much the user have across all chains. That's this all child contracts, all children or all child chains, and how much exactly does each child chain hold for this particular user. So if a user deposits 100 USDT on Polygon chain, for example, and deposits 100 USDC on Binance Smart Chain, deposits 50 USDC on Ethereum chain, the parent smart contract knows all the tokens that are deposited across all chains. But for example, let's say the Binance Smart Chain is where the parent smart contract is deployed, and the Ethereum smart contracts are deployed on the Polygon chains and the Ethereum chains. On the Polygon chain, of course, what you are going to do there is you want to withdraw your tokens, or you want to like borrow from the Polygon chain. Once you do that, once you borrow from the child smart contracts, what happens is that you will lock all the user data across all chains temporarily until there's a synchronization done from the parent smart contract. This allows this avoids users from withdrawing above their limit. Like for example, a user can decide to maliciously bot across different chains, withdrawing almost at very small intervals. But once there's a lockdown across all chain, like you deposit a token, we want to synchronize it to the parent smart contract first to ensure that this parent smart contract holds the currently or the very new data that comes from the child smart contract. So there will be a temporary lock on that particular user alone. Is locked across all chains temporarily to sync to the parent chain. Once that is done, the parent chain sends the updated data across all child smart contract to all child chains, and this gives all child chains the updated value of that particular user. So, for example, on the Polygon chain, you now see that you can borrow up to 800, or you can borrow up to like we talked about 250 in total. You can borrow up to 200 USDT on Polygon chain. That's why they found that you only deposited 100 USDT as at the time you deposited. So the syncing or the underneath the synchronization is done by Hyperlane with a backup from Morales Cloud Function. And we also have what we call liquidity balancing, because one major problem with syncing across chain is, for example, if a chain is very used and other chains are less used, for example, a lot of users are borrowing from Ethereum chain, but we have more users depositing on Binance Smart Chain and or Polygon chain, for example. And this kind of like creates a deficit where users want to withdraw on their Ethereum chain, but they deposited probably on the Binance Smart Chain, and probably the liquidity imbalance. There's a liquidity imbalance across the chains, and then we come in with multi-chain and deep bridge to rebalance the liquidity across chains, and this is triggered by a cloud function from Morales, and also triggered by Open Zeppelin relayers. And let me show you here. Yeah, Open Zeppelin relayers and chain link keepers. So basically, these are the infrastructure that works to make this multi-chain a success, and making sure that there's very good synchronization across all chains. Hyperlance and Moralis works to synchronize the communication between all chains, and Chainlink Keepers and Zeppelin Relayers work to synchronize the liquidity across both chains through the use of multi-chain and the bridge routers to send tokens between all chains. So we are kind of like, for example, Binance Smart Chain has 20,000 asset and 20,000 USD value assets being staked, and then we have a lot of people trying to withdraw 20,000 USDT from Ethereum chain, and probably Ethereum only has like 10,000. That is the work of the layers and the keepers to trigger the multi-chain and the bridge routers to rebalance the liquidity across these chains to allow users to easily and as fast as possible withdraw their assets from any chain possible. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go through what we have so far.
Hi, John. It's just we're just
Can you hear
approaching.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you. We're just approaching the end of time for your presentation, so I'll give you a couple of
Yeah,
more
yeah,
minutes.
I will soon be done. Yep,
No
I'll soon be done. So this is just a basic draft of what we have for the dashboard of Headen Finance, and you could easily switch between any chain to get pools particular to that chain. But for example, this is an asset, USDC token assets. And you can see the available liquidity, deposit rates, borrow rates, collateral, and APY, and then the particular liquidity accessible to the user from this USDC pool itself. And basically, we are still in the process of this. We are still in the smart contract building phase. Actually, we are kind of like we divided into two phases where we have the finalization of the first draft of the smart contracts and the auditing, and then we have a re-auditing also when we kind of like do the second phase of the smart contracts, which basically revolves around the parent chain, the parent smart contract and the child smart contract, and also the infrastructure design and architecture that ensures that Headen Finance multi-chain platform is a success. Sorry, I don't know why my system is hanging. I was supposed to quickly show this, and I couldn't. I can't really do much on this because I don't know. It's just hanging. But let me try to represent it again. And I just want to like quickly go through the demo of the app we have so far. So we built this trap when we're going through the its global hackathon just to show how it would look like or how we intend to work how just to give a demo of the products on the test nets. Yep. So we have for example, we have USDC token, and you can decide to borrow up to this particular amount despite depositing 0.1 USDC. This is for going beyond the 80% collateralized, the 80% limit of that is always given to most, that's always given by most loan platforms and the rest. Then you can easily supply, borrow, withdraw, or repay, and go beyond that. Sorry, this is really hanging and I won't be able to show much on this. But what I'll do is I'll put up the link for people that always want to test and go through what we have on the app so far, and also monitor our progress as we go.
Thank you, John. I think we can wrap it up.
So,
we can wrap it up there. Thanks for your presentation on Headen Finance. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much. I think that will conclude our demo session for today. So thank you to all the teams and presenters for joining us today and contributing your time and efforts to today's demo session. It was fantastic to hear from you and what you and your teams are building. This session has been extremely helpful for us in the community to better understand your project, your visions, and your future plans. For the people in the audience watching, if you do have any questions for any of the presenting teams, or you'd like to try out their product and join their community, engage with them, I'm sure that they would love to hear from you and have you as a part of their community. Over the coming weeks, we do have a series of events coming up like today's. So if you are interested and haven't followed us on YouTube and Binance Lives, please make sure that you do so that you don't miss out on any of the upcoming sessions that we're going to host for you. So thanks again for joining us today. We hope to see you again soon. And please feel free to get in touch with DoraHacks as well through our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord channel. You've got all of the QR codes here to scan. So feel free to join our community and stay up to date. So thanks again, guys. And I look forward to seeing you again soon.